Hello. Hello, 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 hello. More thunder. Fritz asking, do I dabble in offside skins or is this an in-game camera? This is an offside skin. It is, it is. This is my F516C camo. I mean, yeah, like, do you recognize it? This is, well, this is what I'm used to from the F5, and I went looking for custom skins for the F16. I was sick of looking grey like every other F16, and there's so many in the lobby. And I don't know, I was like, that looks like my old F5. I'm gonna look like my old F5, so now I have the F516. That's what we're doing. Hi everyone, we unlocked the F16C yesterday. It was a harsh day, fun but harsh. It was a lot to learn, it was overwhelming. I've learned some reasons why after having some time to process it. Number one, not flying into all the reds. I've had some time off stream, unlocked some more things. I'm only, like, about 12k off unlocking the AIM-9Ms, which is where shit's really gonna get crazy. Because these missiles are a huge upgrade over the AIM-9Ls in flare ignorance. And so, into the battle we go. Take us there. I've had, as I said, some time off stream, playing a lot of this game, love this game. Watched some more of my YouTube mentor, YouTube tutor for this game, Mr. Universe, who is the guy I showed you before that I learned some stuff for the F5C from. As I said before, I like watching him because he's really good. And even if that was all he is, it's incredibly important for me to see what I should aspire to, what I can achieve, what's my potential, so I know what is a realistic expectation or not. We got one of the bigger maps here. I find him funny for different reasons, but I was able to just go and watch him play the F16 to see a bit, see him talk about how he plays top tier to get kills and survive. And it's pretty simple when you get down to it. And I've actually been able to do some defense now out of the F16. One of the biggest changes for that is, you know, not flying into the furball of, like, 8 enemies. Who would have thought? You know, it definitely, as I was getting used to... Oh, sorry, hang on. Someone's calling me. I just had a fucking heart attack. I just had a fucking heart attack. Because... No, never mind. Never mind, I'm not, that's private information, I'm not gonna reveal that. Anyway. Everything's fine. Back to the F16. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like, don't fly into 5 or 6 people. So, I have a lot of new stuff to learn. Still do. Like, I'm like 2 days in. It's my second day. I don't know everything yet. But I feel a lot more comfortable because on my first day yesterday, I had to learn, like, when you have to learn everything new at once for something new, it's very easy to get, like, overwhelmed by all the new things to learn at once. If you can't do one thing right out of, like, 10, then it's just gonna feel so overwhelming. But one of the things that I was doing without really realizing it is I was overestimating how crazy it is to have to survive and be defensive at this tier because I'm new to it, without just being able to step back and go, it's really because I'm flying into the middle of all the enemies. Right? Like, I would fly in the middle of all the enemies because I'm trying to get my Sparrow kills, because I was trying to grind the modules out, so I was just going bloodthirsty. And then, you know, I'd get, like, 5 reds on me, and I'd be defending against 4 or 5 reds at once, and I'd be going like, oh my god, top tier is like, how can you survive this? Well, obviously you can't. Even in the F5, if I flew into the middle of, like, 6 reds, I'd be defensive the whole time, like, begging to survive. The other thing, too, I've been doing is, because I was so bloodthirsty for kills, I was focusing too much on getting radar missile locks and stuff, and not looking around anymore, which I've gotten better at over last night. One big thing for me was trusting the mouse flight more at level flight like this. Like, I usually like check forward a lot in case I'm like, oh, am I going to a mountain? Am I going to a mountain? Like paranoia. But I've had to learn, like, go low, put your mouse flight above the horizon or whatever, and just, you know, look around, trust it, get comfortable, look around more again. But yeah, anyway, in general, we're gonna try not to fly into the middle of a whole bunch of bullshit, because that will help a lot. There's an F-14 slinging something at me. I'm gonna drop my tank and go full burner. I was on half the burner there. I gotta get lower, or I'm fucked. I think we got rid of that, so we're okay. Oh shit! And dead. Didn't see that one coming. Needed to see that one coming earlier. Might have needed to stay... Well, you can't really stay low for that one. R-27ER is a fucking scary missile. No, that is the one you stay low for. That's a radar missile, right? It's R-60 is the infrared? I gotta learn these. R-27ER... Yeah, that's radar. So what I did wrong there is I went high on a radar missile. That was at 3 km. If I'd stayed low, that probably would have been fine. R-27ER is radar, R-27ET is IR. Oh, really? That's confusing. If I stay low there, I'm probably okay, but I went high. I panicked, thinking at 3 km, that's probably like a hip-fire IR missile. So it's a bit of a mind game there. But I should have stayed lower. Probably like barrel roll at low altitude, done a flare flower behind me. Something like that. Another thing I'm doing more is afterburner. Take off. As I try to intercept racism. So one thing that Valus was reminding me of, and I've seen before on other War Thunder channels too, is so this thing guzzles gas at full tilt, right? But what you can do with it is, there's like actually different percentages to WEP to afterburner, you just can't see them. It just says WEP up there, but right now, we're actually not at full blast. And you can tell that from the fuel, so if I hold W now, watch the fuel ticking down, right? Okay, way faster, right? That's because I've gone to full. So all I gotta do is go S back down, and then just like feather tap the W key. Like that, and you'll see it's not going down as quick. And it's a nice in-between for, like, you want to be, like, burning, but you aren't in the combat yet, and you want to, like, potentially spend all your fuel for no reason, because it's pretty close. It's pretty close to the same speed. Depending on how much you have to burner it by. Alright, so I'm just trying to, like, go out far left and curve around behind them in each case. If we imagine the enemy coming out with most of them here, then a few here, generally the enemy on these non-EC maps tends to all go left, just like lower tiers. Then what we want to do is we want to like curve around and come in behind the big blob and play on the outskirts. We don't want to go into the big blob. Splash one. Alright, we're gonna curve around now. We're gonna set our our mouse control up, and we're gonna trust that we're not gonna hit a ground, because what's gonna kill us more than being paranoid about hitting a hill, it's gonna be fucking... Is that coming towards me? Yes. No. It's gonna be, not being aware of our surroundings. It's gonna kill us way more often. So we can't give up on awareness, we have to be aware. That might just be the F-16, I think. I think that's just my friendly F-16 launching. What do we got here? I got an F-16 launcher. I mean, it's that one. I'm too late to fire back, so I'm just going to try to go defensive. It's not on me. It might have been on my teammate. That's not a good launch. This is bad what I'm doing right now. I should not be chasing. I want to pull off. Yep. Let's pull off. I want to get out of here. I want to extend away. I shouldn't have gone in there, and if I die, it's because I did. Get a little bit greedy. Kind of dogging my friend a little bit by leaving, but I want to get some room from the big furball. Stay aware. Let's go full afterburner. I should have done that maybe already. As soon as I got into like that potential head-on, I should have gone full afterburner. Let's go low. And mask. Can't see. Always scary when you mark cloud at low altitude. Alright, we should have masked that radar. Here's a fucking problem. Need to launch before they launch on me. That's not a good launch. All of this is not good. I think I just fucked up. Oh god. Gonna mask. Oh no, I'm dead. Whoa, I lived. I got no fucking throttle. Am I gonna get throttle back? Or I think my engine's fucked. I should have gone lower, lower, lower. It's hard on the hill sometimes. My engine's done, I think. Oh shit. Eject! I'll just PUBG land through that house, it's alright. So in that case, I like skirted around a bit too close to the ones that had put the enemies that had pulled south on my right there. And I just got radar missiled from behind and wasn't able to effectively mask it or go low enough. But that's alright. I shouldn't have gone hard in the first time, probably. Or I should have pulled out to the right after I did, maybe. But it can always be more difficult with, like, mountainous maps to, like, learn what to do, because obviously that changes things up a lot. Crossover where on parachuting you just get put into a PUBG match. So coming again, we're gonna go left and end up around this river, probably. But it's interesting. I feel more in control of, just like with the F5, how it took me a bit. I feel more in control of the F16 today. I feel like I know what's going on more. Even if I die, I feel like I know how I could have prevented it. And it's usually like positioning. It's usually a positioning issue of, okay, you really shouldn't have flown at them there, you shouldn't have flown to this area, you shouldn't have been there. It's very much those earlier levels of the survivability onion of don't be there, don't be seen, and then don't be acquired is like your fallback. And don't be hit is like the last fucking resort. You got Horror the Wise Wolf and Furry Wing Max. You got a lot of furries in this lobby already. Exotic Turtle. We'll take that, that counts. Desert Wizard. Well, they didn't say that a Desert Wizard wasn't like an Anther Wolf or something, so it could be. The Bean Daddy. Gonna draw the line at... No, I don't think... I don't think beans are necessarily related to the furry fandom. Meaty... Meaty missile. Good for you. Great stuff. I'm glad I won't be facing Meaty Missile today. Alright, so we just want to like come around through here. That's what I've done a few times now on this map. We don't need to terrain mask the whole way. I mean, not mask, sorry. We don't need to stay super low the whole way. Which can be helpful if you just like go like at this altitude. It's easier to like look around, think, keep awareness of the map of the battle at large. We only need to be able to get to the ground low enough by the time the radar missile, you know, is intercepting us. That's all. So right now, has that really launched to me? I don't believe it. Apparently. Oh, I'm dead. Fuck! Damn. That was too far down. I put my nose too far down. Now I gotta go to jail for 5 minutes. That's okay. Do I want to play an F4J Phantom while I wait? It levels the other crew up. And that's gonna be, that battle's gonna take a while. I may as well play an F4J round. Okay. May as well. Amazing dodge, thank you. Yeah, that was a very unforced error. I just pitched down too hard, I guess. That surprised me, obviously, because I fucking crashed into the ground. That was a surprising self-enforced CFIT. I'm not used to it, like, being that hard to pull the nose back up after a little dip like that. I guess I was going a little bit too quick. Well, I think I just pulled down a little bit too much. Because I do that all the time, obviously. It just... That time I fucking splattered into the ground and couldn't pull back up, don't I? I think I just pulled down a little bit too much. Back to the F4J. Do Tomcats get Phoenixes in this? They do, yeah. Some people might wonder, like, from like a first-person perspective, what's it like to be a streamer, right? From someone who's never been a streamer, you know, what's it like to be a streamer? And what it's like to be a streamer is to come back to the F-16 after a night of feeling way more confident with it. And like you really know what you're doing, and then on like your second match, once you're back in front of people, just crashing straight into a hill for very little reason, and having everyone watch. That's basically what being a streamer is. But I do feel a lot better with the, I legitimately do, I do feel a lot better with the F-16 today. Unforced errors aside. Maybe I crashed because I feel too much better. Too confident with that pull down. Oops, wrong button. How do I... PD again on this one? Control T, Alt T. There you go. This plane cannot maneuver a dogfight. This plane, we are just here to launch radar missiles. There's no F-16s in this lobby. It's just early Tomcats, so this isn't like a high one. There's like one MiG-29 there. The big issue here is I really don't... I'm gonna crash again because this is cloudy, rocky pillars. This is like very low-level clouds, rocky pillars, and I'm gonna hit the ground almost certainly. Maybe if I follow this person, I can just trust them. Because if they fly dead ahead and they don't crash, and there's no rocky pillar in front of me. Oh good, some of the clouds are going away. So even more of this one, we want to just like play standoff range of missiles. Here come the rocky pillars, this will be interesting. Can we go lower? Okay. This F-16 is looking awfully fat. Might be bombing. I do want to follow them for my early warning for... Oh, here we go. No, the lock, the lock. I've been spoiled by the RWR. I forgot Betty's not going to tell me I've been launched on. I can be more careful. Been hella spoiled by the F-16 RWR. It's not telling me what to do, I don't know what to do! Oh god, shit. Splash one. Oh god, that's not looking good. Lost the lock. Oh, that's the one I got. Not the sun. That was it. I don't know what that was. Don't ask. I needed the pull like for another second or two to hit that. At least. I just expected the missile to do a little more there. Probably also... Just imagining the missile can be superhuman sometimes, that does get me. Waste of a sidewinder, but that's alright. Yeah. Three enemies left. I'm gonna get out of my plane now. Me and the chatter are gonna get out of our planes now. Good round though, that was like 4 kills. 3 kills and a kill assist or something? 2 kills and a kill assist? Yeah, 2 kills and a kill assist, that's not bad. Good for you, Phantom. But we're out of jail now with the F-16, we can go back to it. I quite like the Phantom, and I do see the comparison now of like... Yeah, I see what 11.3 feels like compared to 12.3. I can actually tell the difference now of like, oh okay, just because there's like a MiG-29 and one F-16 in this lobby doesn't mean it's top tier, like 12.3. Harbeck says, I just got done watching a biplane in arcade mode. Playing a biplane in arcade mode. Even watching Jets is almost sensory overload by comparison. Biplane gaming. I'm gonna go back down to biplane at some point. I've never played biplanes, I think. I probably would have when this game first started. I wanted to go down there to like... to feel the speed. To feel the need for speed. No, you don't, it's too slow. I'm gonna go back down there. I'm gonna go to biplanes. I'm gonna go down to the Sopwith Camel. Oh man, look at those spinners. Nice. Bad news, there's no Sopwith Camel. What the fuck? Why not? Too early? Damn. I find that Sinai can be quite hard to do low flying for me on. I haven't crashed yet without, you know, rolling myself into the fucking ground. But I haven't, like, crashed yet due to it, but I always feel paranoid about going low because the sand is a bit like the sea and trying to, like, tell difference in it. It's the same as before. Try not to crash into a hill this time. Luckily it's the desert, so there aren't many hills, but try not to crash into a sand dune. Curve around. Probably get into a little bit of a fight here. But the big thing is trying not to get too greedy and committing too hard to the first fight you get, and then getting baited into their whole swarm. Jeff says, so physically and visually flat, you like referencing to how low you actually are? Kinda, yeah. That's right. Get your first contact in there. Looks to me like there's a couple of things locking us from that direction, so I'm going to turn off a little more. There they are. And turn back in. That's gonna end up getting notched. Hang on, I got launched on. I'm gonna go fast and low. Oh! It's coming towards me. When in the end it wasn't notched, it was just the plane got fucking destroyed. Though I did lose lock for a second, not sure why. Not totally sure why. That, what is that meant to be? I don't know. I don't know if it's really on me either. Just gonna fly really low and start to notch, I guess. Oh shit. I think I lost whatever it was. That F-16, that MiG-29. The F-16 I think might be on me. I'm just gonna keep going away. I think my whole team's dead. Yeah, it's just me. Alright, let's go in. Fuck it. Lock. That was a bad lock. My bad. It might hit, but it's unlikely. When it doesn't get the red rings, it's a bad lock. Lock. That's better. But I might lose it because, let's see. That looked good. Out of energy? Out of energy. Everything red is on me right now. Yeah. I shouldn't have gone high. But I was also, at that point, I'm like the last guy left, so fuck it. That's the wrong attitude. Should try to win. Yeah, unfortunately my whole team got splashed. pretty much immediately there, and I was going wide, so in the end, I'm just left with no one else. It happens. That team destroyed? They did, yes, and then they destroyed me. I did some bad things there, though, especially, like, with some of my early radar missiles were pretty wasted there. You really want, for the best chance of hitting those AIM-9Ms, AIM-7Fs, whatever the fuck they are, the Sparrows, we want to head on with the enemy, launch, and then have them not turn away. So you want to launch within like 12 to 8 kilometers, so they don't really have time to turn away. Did you fly off your middle? I did, yes. I've almost got the AIM-9Ms, which will help us a lot in getting like ridiculous kills. Gaming, yeah. Yeah, I was doing alright last night. Off stream, I was hitting like 2 kill averages on most of my matches. Not many donuts, and I was going like 1 to 3 quite often. Now I just want to replicate that today. Especially so I can get those AIM-9Ms, get the RP to get the AIM-9Ms done. Do you shoot that 7 kill replay? No, I never did from the F5. I can if someone reminds me and wants to see it. Oh, shit! Careful now. I don't want to wait 5 minutes. There's no need to go that low. You want to see it? Well, remind me in between a match and I'll show it to you. How do you like the F-16's playstyle compared to the F5 now that you're actually getting kills? I like it, yeah. Yeah, like I've gotten involved in some dogfights. I dog fought and turn fought an enemy. It was an F-14 to be fair, but still I did it. It felt good. It's nice. And I'm only like a day and a bit in, so I feel like the more I play it, the better I'm gonna get. And it's really fun. It's like, at first, on the first day, I was like, oh, this is too fast, it's overwhelming. I'm gonna go back to the F5. But after getting a bit used to it, it's more like, oh man, this is exhilarating. It's like, so fucking high speed. It's like similar things, but it's just higher speed. I got like a really like, I got into the hang of going defensive, where in the F5, it's more like you get missiled and you're like cutting like an immediate 90-degree turn. Whereas at the F-16, I had some people on my tail, and you're doing that thing of like, they're 2 kilometers away instead of like half a kilometer is the defensive like period, and you're just kind of like going like flaring at low level, just like doing these like, not as short turns, keeping your speed, but like getting away from the missiles, flaring them off, having them kind of like follow you at a further back distance, but because of the higher speeds, you know, it's all relative. It's pretty cool. Missiles actually being deadly changes everything. Yeah, it does. It's super cool. I've been able to evade some more missiles. I'm still not super consistent at it yet. Anyway, I'm too busy chatting. I do need to look around if I want to have good matches. That's always going to be one harder bit of coming on the stream when I'm not super used to the plane still yet, is I get distracted easily. Jingling keys. Okay, on this map, the blob goes right, or at least on this round they went right, so let's get away from all that. And let's come back in and get into it. I'm gonna drop the tank and go full burn. Hit the ground. Ah! Needed to defend that one a little sooner. I was like a second, 2 seconds too late on considering and reacting to that missile that was still on me. I mean, in the end, I was trying to defend a radar missile there that I could hear, but actually it was a Sidewinder that got me in the end. But if I tried to defend the radar missile sooner, I would have defended maybe against that one, so I don't know. Replay? Oh, replay. Right. Sorry, replay. Yeah, so let me show you that before I do another one. So this is back with the F5. This is my 7 kill. Gotta kill us all matters. Yeah! Get those 9Ms, baby. Where was that? It is... 7 kill ace. Here we go. I don't remember I got all the kills, but I'm gonna try not to skip past them without spending longer than like 5 minutes here. But none of them are like super impressive. I just happened to get 7 kills. One of them I stole because I was like, I'm getting so many kills this round, I'm gonna go for my high score. You'll see. Alright, we take off. That's interesting, it like backdates the custom skin you have on for your F5. Now, you're gonna see periods in this match where I just fly straight for a while, not really doing anything. That's because this was an offline match where I was alt-tabbing and role-playing my play-by-post game with Jamble at the same time sometimes. So I would like get some kills or something, and then I would like, if no one's on me, I would like fly in a straight line, alt-tab, type a roleplay response, tab back in, go again. So that's why sometimes you'll see me just like go fucking straight. It's also why like the back half of the match is really long. Here we go. So we come in. What's this? I don't remember who I killed. We'll just see. 90 off on the Abbott. Get that one. Lead it right. The 90s do a lot if you lead them right. Defend some missiles. What we got? We got a Demon on an A6 here. Come around. Get a guns kill. Come around. FAU. 90. Down. Time to roleplay. Typing a nice message to my babe. Alright, back in we go. We're out of missiles now. We got the SU-25 here. Coming in. Nice easy guns shot. And by nice and easy, I mean 200 rounds for one wing. That's like, what, 4? This is the one I totally steal. The A-10, I think, gets some smoking. Someone get some smoking. Oh no, this isn't the one I steal, is it? Yeah, I miss him. They're on the A-10. Oh, the A-10's... the A-10 just fucking literally smokes him. I'm like, I'm gonna confirm that. There's 2 reds left. That's a 6 spray from the A-10, honestly. They're pulling up to get my teammate. Take them out at 200 meters. Something just happened. And now there's like one guy on the enemy team, one person on the enemy team. No, 2 still, is there? No, that's enemy now. Okay, so now it's this Milan, GR Jennifer, versus me, a Harrier, and the A6. So first of all, I think we're just looking for him. I'm also role-playing, obviously. Okay, then we find him. Okay. Having a little chase. Back to base. As you can see, this is halfway through the match. There's some nice long... trying to get an advantage on each other. Running back to base, because the F5 is slower than the Milan at top speed, of course. At this point, I'm like, you know what? I got some role-playing to do. I also probably need, like, more missiles and fuel at this point, I think. So back to base we go, I think is what I did here. The A6 is just trying to, like, kill ground targets. I'm off to get, my shit refueled. The A6 crashes into the ground, killing ground targets. That's not ideal. We do a little landing. I actually, like, fuck up and lose one of my gear on the landing. Okay. Oh no, the Milan shut down the A6, never mind. So the Milan's back. Okay, here we go. High altitude, I get a hit there? I think it's mostly superficial. It might have been a crit. We use some head-ons because I'm just trying to end the match at this point, because at this point I'm feeling bad because, like, I haven't replied to my babe in roleplay, you know, in a while. I'm like, oh man, this scene really deserves a response right now. She really needs to know what that character's gonna say. You know, you just gotta end it. You gotta get some distance with a little bit of extra energy. We gotta turn around, we gotta do some head-ons. Fly through each other's traces a few times. And then I take him low. Then I'm like, alright, this head-on shit isn't working. We're gonna take him low because the F5 performs better low, is what I've always learned. Milan's coming in high, so I know that I gotta get underneath it. So they can't get a good AoE on me. Start that dogfight. I was proud of myself for this last one because I actually did a dogfight, which I'm usually not super consistent at. Little miss. Little miss. Little miss. But C-fit into the ground. And I get the kill because I had hit on him before. There you go, that's my 7 kill. It was alright, you know, like none of the kills are like super impressive. But I was pretty happy with it in the end. I was definitely happy. It was funny because that day on stream, someone had asked me, like, hey, have you ever got an ace for 5 kills? And the next day I was like, well, I got one. Just get right on the ground. Yeah, that dogfighting. That low-level dogfighting. It's exciting. And you can do that at the F-16. You can do it at the top tier. It's just I gotta learn how to do it better because the speeds are higher, the planes are capable of a lot more. The missiles are the crazy part. You don't wanna, like, you really gotta be careful of the missiles. I think after this match we get the 9Ms. 9M Gaming. Definitely if it's a win. And then we get to learn the AIM-9Ms and what they can do. That's gonna be fun. I'm probably gonna go 5 9Ms and 1 Sparrow. Kamala says the Milan can be tricky at low and slow like that because it has retractable winglets in the nose. Hang on. That give it much better low speed control than normal Mirage. Ah. Lobo says, wow, having a picture of your bow in the cockpit really works. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've said this before. The role-playing with my babe off-stream does help me, I think. Help me learn, like, the F5 strategy even better. Because it did teach me to like, not get, like, stuck in the furball. Which is the key to survival in any case, really. Is if you get stuck in the furball, you're consenting to pure chaos. That when there's, like, 6 enemies all around you, and anything can happen at any time, you just can't keep track of, like, every threat at once. You just can't do it. I can't. So the role-playing thing helps me because it's like, alright, get a kill, and then I want to turn away and, like, extend out for, like, 30 seconds to a minute while I write a response, and then I'll turn back in. And that's just a good strategy for, like, staying alive and getting lots of kills in the match, because you're fighting one-on-ones or one-on-twos at worst. You know, you're maybe leading someone away from the furball and going defensive on them for a bit until you can turn it around and they get bored. But that's the way to do it, you know? That's how you don't get, like, murdered in the chaos. Just good tactics. And it's the same here with the F-16. We just don't want to get involved in that big furball of red. If there's ever, like, if there's one enemy on me, like, okay, even fight. You know, if I don't fuck up, I can maybe take that. If there's 2 enemies on me, okay, pretty scary. Want to go defensive and hope a teammate helps me. If there's 3 or more, I'm pretty fucking dead. And I'm going to be running for my life the whole time until something changes. At this point, anyway, for me. So we definitely don't want to pick up a lot of tails. Peach says, no, just go into the furball, just ball. That's also true, yeah, great point. F-14 radar from high. Has the F-16 been worth the grab vehicle? It has, it absolutely has. Super worth it. I feel even better about it with my new F5 paint job too. It's really making me feel at home with the jet. Just like home. Okay, I got a MiG-29 above me. I need to do more of this right now. See, I'm not happy right now because I can't see the ground. And that makes me feel paranoid. But you know what? Altimeter, 1,000, but you can't trust the altimeter because of sea level. But you know what? I know this is a trust exercise. I know I pointed my circle in the right place. The oven isn't left on. We're fine. Gotta practice that more. Gotta practice not looking at the ground more. Peach says, would it have been worth the grind at half the speed of no Prem vehicle though, lol? I mean, yeah, I just would have not even thought about grind because that progress would have been so slow. Alright, it's time to start thinking about curving in. We should be out of the enemy's intentions at this point. Missile! I'm gonna drop the tank. And go real low. Now we're gonna come back in because that might have just been on someone else. The big thing to be scared at is you can CF it really easy if you trust the mouse flight while doing low level rolls. Because if you go too below the artificial horizon with mouse control, you can very easily just like, the plane just decides, I'm gonna roll into the ground now, and that's never good. I didn't need to fire there, everyone's still going. Oh god. Ah, shit! That is not quite the same thing, that's just me barrel rolling into the ground. Now I go to jail. Believe it or not, straight to jail. Oh, I was like, that's the one I get the 9Ms too. No. I still need 4,000 more. Believe it or not, guys, straight to jail. $10,000 dungeon, that's right. Okay, so I know I came in saying that, like, I'm feeling way better with the F-16 today. Actually, I'm seeing through the pattern emerging today that actually you're gonna watch me barrel roll into the ground over and over. You really like rolling? It's a good way to not die to fucking head-on missiles. Should be a jail version of the PNG tuber with papers, please overlay. Yeah. Just hug the ground, they'll slam in front. Radar, but not IR, right? I'm trying to avoid. I was trying to evade IR. I swear, guys! The streamer begs. I swear, I usually do this fine last night. It's fine. Guys, I swear, I got better at it. I'm just not showing it to you because it's funnier, I guess. Fanny says that was just the ground being uneven. I can't tell if you're making a joke on my behalf or if that's actually like true. I didn't notice. But I definitely did something that normally doesn't happen to me when I try to do that maneuver. Whether or not it was just I, you know, did the maneuver wrong. It was, you actually ran into a bump. Oh, there was like a little sand dune bump coming up I didn't see. That makes sense. There's definitely a difference between like when I die and go like, oh yeah, I see what I did wrong, and when I die and go, huh? And that was one of those like, huh, C-fits where I was like, huh? That's what we were talking about before, like with the sand, it can be quite hard to see changes in elevation coming. I gotta be a little bit better, but let's like, you know, if you review the other shit there, you can blame the sand dune and my flying into it, but really, like, what's actually the problem there? Well, I've got like bad launches going on there, like, right? Like I pull it on the F-16, I fire, I lose radar almost instantly, which makes me fire another one. They both end up splashing into the ground on the F-16 anyway, because the F-16 is going low too. And now I'm heading straight towards an F-16 and the rest of that F-16's team that comes straight in on me, and they're firing IRs. I try to do like a really defensive roll, and I splat into the ground, overpressuring myself. So you can go backwards like 15 seconds there and be like, you know what? Don't take the first target you see there. Don't immediately shoot the very first thing you see, because that's not very situationally aware, and what happens there is that where I take the first target I see, and then All that needs to happen is for one or two more of that F-16's teammates to see me come towards me, and now I'm in a really sticky situation. So at that point, you know, 15 seconds earlier, at that point, what I should have done is just not go on F-16, just fly away, defend it if I need to, and look for, like, a more opportune time. Like, be more disciplined and aware of what I'm choosing to do there, right? Rather than doing, like, a radar snapshot, let's call it. I'm just going, like, ooh, target within 10 kilometers, coming towards me, lock radar, fire Sparrow, and then, you know, you've committed at that point to fly straight towards them until the missile connects, unless you want to waste it. And that's not very situationally aware. That wasn't very cash money of me. So really, when I get within, like, that cross the middle line of the enemy, like, you know, the line between me and the enemy's airbase, I should stop talking to chat, and I should focus more, and I should start trying to get a real clear picture of the battlefield better there. And think harder about what I'm going to do. Also, don't barrel roll into a sand dune. That's also a great thing to do. I'm running reinforced flares in the F-16, by the way, if I didn't mention it. So it's got like 120 or something, but I've only got basically 60 if you consider that. I've also learned you can do interesting things with Countermeasure series. I've learned that you can actually, when you're doing the auto flare, tell it to drop like multiple in a row at different intervals. That's cool. What's going on here? Stop talking now. What's going on? Go over there. The enemy should be a bit more spread out because it's an extended map. I don't know if I want to go get involved in that. There's more blue coming in, so I guess. We'll go get involved in that. Lucky says, I like to play support in PvP. Where the J-stars unlocked? J-stars? And he says, wouldn't it be better to start turning 90 degrees when you hit the midpoint? You don't fly into enemy and you can also notch at the same time. Maybe? If you hit the midpoint and fly, but some people take off late and some people are slower with bombs and stuff. So if I fly at the midpoint, I think I just fly into like an enemy's gun sight. That plane's on fire. We don't need to missile that. This plane looks more interesting. Please get a launch off. Oh, hit before the gets notched. Splash. There we go. That's one. Shit, I got one on my side. Oh, I'm dead. The ship still in one piece? See, that was me tunneling. When I fired that Sparrow, I should have started looking around for other threats. So I'm very lucky there. I'm very lucky that I think they just didn't go on me. I'm very, very lucky indeed. He's a very lucky boy. Okay, that's not a player. That's just the bots. Get the situational awareness back. Just those are like AWACS to the ground. Oh, cool. Sparrow, want to get it off before they get one off on us. That is not on me. I do not think that's going on anyone, so I'm going to abort that. I was being greedy there. I need to go defensive. I'm going to get F-16 guns. Okay, I think it's time to get out. See, so that's my fault too there. And you can see how now, because I'm tunneling on a radar missile kill, and meanwhile, someone just comes in on me. The F-16 that went over my head just slots in behind me. And that's very easy to do, specifically with the radar missiles, because they require a bit of thought to employ. You have to evaluate the target, lock them up, and then follow the missile in. It's very, very easy to tunnel in on radar missiles. Which is one nice thing about the F-16, it's mostly IR missiles as well. It's 4 IR, 2 radar at max. So, it's easier to not do that with the F-16. Still can't do it with the radar missile. But yeah, it's just something you have to be more disciplined about. Yeah, it's satisfying to watch the missile cam, but dangerous. In that case, I wanted to see the missile cam to see... I think I launched on chaff. Was my mistake there? I didn't realize. And that's obviously no good. I think I put the Doom soundtrack back on today. That Doom soundtrack was actually like pretty relevant for this kind of fighting. One good victory, it's all we need. Maybe two, actually, because this isn't a premium. Eucharist into Sandy City. I just don't know if I have that, like, on tap. I'm getting pretty good at that afterburner tap. My fuel's going down real low. Team. Alright, let me see if I have this song you won, Into Sandy's City. Where even is my Doom playlist? There, that's Zoom. Where's Doom? There it is, IDKFA. No, this is the Doom 1 soundtrack. Into Sandy's City. Let's see if I remember this one. Don't think I remember this one. I didn't play as much Doom 2 as 1, I guess. Maybe crank up. Full burner. Merge. They're dead. I'm launched on. Drop the tank. Try not to crash into the ground. That MiG is doing things. Let's throw it back around. That MiG, that's who I want. Launch! Launch! Got it off too late, I think. I'm gonna get notched. Sometimes I really struggle to get the Sparrow off. There you go. That's the song you want me to listen to? It's listened to. It's done. We've listened to it. It was alright. I didn't mind it. I can see why you like it. Now, where's the last one? There's one left. I need to go down to Afterburner. Last one might be at their base. Let's get altitude and go have a look. I want to keep trying to get that Afterburner as like feathered as I can, like really slow. That's better. Fuel's gonna last now. Put some Mind Flood music on, I have no idea what that is. Oh, jeez, put the radar back on, hey.
Attention to the map.
Let's get low for the inevitable radar missile. Alright, I got him. We're fine. I like that jousting trade of IR missiles where both pilots are just like, it's time to end this, buddy. This twisted game needs to be reset. AIM-9Ms, let's get it. Yeah, motherfucker. Please give them to me. Ooh, green. Let's go with 5 of them. Lackey says 9M should be less susceptible to crashing to the ground. Yeah, no. So the AIM-9M... And I gotta put this on play all on the playlist. So the AIM-9M is an infrared missile. So it doesn't lock on the radar. And radar missiles are the ones that get tricked into the ground. And I found out, apparently, according to what I looked up on the internet this morning, apparently that's not so much a game glitch as like an overzealous or like a slightly overbuffed representation of the real world, where if you're that low to the ground, even though the pulse Doppler radar does separate you from the ground because of your speed, because you're that low to the ground, radar is bouncing back, so you're getting interference from the ground, and it's thinking like there's like a collection of targets there, basically, like ghost targets right next to you, and that's why it goes for the ground, is what I read from other people. Multipath interference, right. Baga says, in real life you have to be really low to the deck, unlike War Thunder that's only within 50 meters. Okay, yeah. So, that's the radar missiles, and that's what's been crashing to the ground. 9Ms, yeah? Yep, 9Ms. Now, the infrared missiles, and the big improvement we've been excited for here with them, is that the 9Ms have countermeasure systems. I don't know if they can pull better than the 9Ls as well, I assume. But this is like the top tier of missile in the game at this point. And chat's explained this to me. Hang on, wait till the engines go away. There we go. Chat's explained this to me, but apparently the thing with the countermeasure system is that when the missile sees a flare, it closes its eyes. It turns itself off for like a little instant, and then it opens them again later. The intention of which being, fuck the flare, don't get distracted by the flare, just wait till the flare isn't an issue anymore, and then open your eyes on your inertial guidance of where the plane was when the flare got launched, hoping it's going in a straight line, and then reacquire the plane. So basically flares flashbang the flare, but they don't like permanently taunt it. If you imagine a normal flare like a permanent taunt to a missile, this is like a half-second taunt to the missile instead, is how I've had it described. Not even that really, because it'll go to where the jet was flying at the time. It won't like try to go towards the flare or anything. So they're very flare resistant is the idea. And that's good for us. I've been getting killed by them. Now I get to use them to other people. It's got a fucking gigantic seeker cone. That's fucked up. Fortune says, so you're saying the missile knows where it is because the missile knows where it was. Well, more to say that the missile knows where you are because it knows where you were going when it closed its eyes. And it expects you to be there when it opens them again in a second. So I haven't used them before, obviously, I just got them. But I've heard absolute horror stories about how hard they are to deal with. I've seen it for myself. So now we're gonna see if we can get some kills with them ourselves. We still have one Sparrow, we still have one radar guided. I think it's that one on my left there. Looks a little bit different to the others. Yeah, the white tip one. And we can use that for those 10-kilometer head-ons. We don't need to though, really, because if someone's coming at us and they're at high altitude and we launch on them at like 8 to 10, that's probably gonna be a good Sparrow kill. We probably shouldn't launch the Sparrow though against any head-on, because like if they're coming in low against us, then they're just gonna radar confuse the missile, right? So what we actually want to do is probably head on with the 9Ms instead. Because that's probably going to, at a low altitude, that's going to give us a more consistent kill, I think. We'll see. We're going to find out. That's my plan. Is we're going to save the Sparrow for really good kill shots for the Sparrow, like high altitude head on. You know, shit like that. Higher altitude shit. Alright, we're going to turn in now. We're gonna do a full burner. I really shouldn't go in here. I really shouldn't go in there. That is... I think I have to go in there. I think we're gonna get wiped anyway. Alright. Let's go. Why only 5 Sparrows? Why not all 6? No, I'm doing 5 Sidewinders. But as for 5 Sidewinders, not all 6. Just to have, like, something different that can do different things. Like... this looks like a really good Sparrow. Maybe, but I gotta go high to get it, which is its own problem. And now I'm dead.
Clear.
It was an okay spare, but I still shouldn't have gone for it. That's why I died. It was okay, but even as I was telling you guys it was good, I could see the person starting to turn away and chaff and shit. And then the minute I launched it, I got launched on. And then I, like, committed to my launch because I wanted to get it because I was greedy. I shouldn't have done any of that. But that's alright, because I kind of knew it going in, so... As long as I'm, like, being dumb on purpose, it's better than being dumb and not knowing what you're doing wrong. But the minute I, like, went up to try and, like, keep that on that enemy, I'm, like, super vulnerable to everyone else, and I get picked up. And then, like, I wasn't really, like, defending. And then you die. If you don't defend at this tier, you die. Shrek, go again. SCP says, the first step in not being dumb is realizing you're being dumb. That's right, because if you know you're being dumb, you can turn a dumb on and off at will. But yeah, like, also I just shouldn't have flown into, like, 10 of them, but I kind of looked at the map, looked at where my blues are, looked at how the scoreboard was going, and it just felt like one of those matches where my whole team was going to die anyway, so I went, fuck it, I just went in. Fuck it, let's just try and get someone. Before it becomes me v10 instead.